Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I'm George. We're all George. Welcome to another Market Open stream. It is Friday. Happy Friday. Let's talk about what to expect today, pretty much the last day of the month, and why there's more trouble ahead, unfortunately. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are starting out a day, unfortunately, right back down below the 66.9, although we could come right back up. We're only $600 away. But we were doing much better yesterday, right around 68, 69,000. There are a couple of things to worry about for this weekend. Well, today and this weekend. Let's talk about right now. The U.S. market is opening up in the red. Okay, not good. NASDAQ down majorly, minus 300, Dow minus 500. This is due to a couple reasons. Number one, we did get inflation reading, and unfortunately, wholesale prices went up. Not only did they go up, but more than expectation. So it does seem like inflation is still an issue, despite the fact that Trump says things have gotten better and prices have come down since he started or took office. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So we're still seeing inflation tick up. So obviously this dampens the mood for a rate cut that's coming up. I mean, we have FOMC meeting coming up in March. So basically it's a 0%. And then we'll have to see about June, because June was still kind of low. So this dampens the mood. Okay, but it's not that bad. It's not terrible. If we have to wait a few more months for a rate cut, that's fine. But I think a lot of people were expecting that inflation kind of plateaued, so to speak, and that we could hold, and that's just not the case. Now, this is not the only thing to really worry about. The other thing to worry about for this weekend is in the Middle East. So today or yesterday, wherever, because they're 12 hours ahead or 13 hours ahead, China has warned its citizens to leave Iran as soon as possible. And then the U.S. warned its citizens in Israel to leave as soon as possible. All right, so normally you don't do this unless tensions are high and there's a good chance that there may be attacks coming, right? So I think this is also a big thing that may be coming up. Throughout this whole week, the U.S. and Iran has been negotiating. Again, I'm not even sure what they're trying to negotiate, but we know Iran's been doing like naval drills with Russia, and tensions are super, super high. And now that China is telling its citizens get out of Iran, I don't know how many Chinese people are in Iran, to be honest, but the fact that they're saying that means that they also recognize tensions are super high. It's probably not a place you want to be in right now. So I think this is also something to worry about for this weekend or maybe next week. You know, doesn't seem like we're making any progress here. All right, so these are two things for today and this weekend. What else? I mean, there's actually a lot of just random news. There's still some tariff stuff left. So there's over 2,000 companies that are now suing to get their tariff money back, right? Because now the tariffs are deemed illegal, or the previous tariffs were deemed illegal. Trump administration has to make new tariffs under these new sections. So the old ones, they're supposed to be refunded. So now there's 2,000 companies waiting to get a refund. Will they get it fast, or will the government delay? Who knows? So this is also something that's unclear at this point. A lot of uncertainty right now. This is why markets ain't doing so hot. too much uncertainty right now, and there's not a whole lot we could do about it other than just wait it out and sit it out, right? What else? OpenAI closes 110 billion funding, 50 billion from Amazon, 30 billion from Nvidia, 30 billion from SoftBank. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. But the Amazon part is kind of fishy because basically that 50 billion is going towards OpenAI committing to more AWS servers over the next 10 years. So it's kind of like Amazon gives it to OpenAI, and OpenAI over the next 10 years gives it back to Amazon and more. OpenAI committed 100 billion to AWS services over the next 10 years. So it's like just money, exchanging pockets right now, back and forth. Nvidia and SoftBank, obviously, it's different. But yeah, AI is nuts. AI is nuts. I don't know. All these tools that are coming out are getting better and better. It's more fierce. All these new things are coming out. All new models, new image generators, no video generators are coming out less than a year. It's nuts. It's nuts. And I'm building something, actually. I'm building something. AI for Clash. It's going to be called, well, I'm not going to say what it's going to be called, but we're going to utilize it and build something cool for the Clash project. And that could be integrated with Clash picks. Just throw it out there. All right. Anthropic also, another huge AI company with Claude. They're getting some threats from the Pentagon because the Pentagon wants to use Anthropic's Claude for everything. And that includes mass surveillance, autonomous weapons, and other things that Anthropic do not feel comfortable letting them use. And the Department of Defense is saying, you better let us use it, or we're either going to ban it or we're going to force you to let us use it that way. So it's kind of iffy. And why are other AI companies not coming out and taking a stance too? Right? So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. AI could be used for good, but definitely could be used for bad too. You can't make Terminators, okay, or Skynet without an AI. So just think about that. All right, shifting gears. What else? Let's go back to Bitcoin and crypto. What else? Today we have a big options expiration. 8.7 billion. This is just on Deerbit. Okay. So obviously when you have options expiration, you have some volatility. I've said that before. But also today is the last Friday of this month. So you have CME futures and options expirations too. So you have a whole bunch of options and futures expiring today. There tends to be volatility because there's some manipulation going on. And plus people are also trying to load up for next month. That's usually how it works. So this is also something that's ongoing for today to worry about. All right. Outside of that, yesterday we had a good inflow day, just like the day before. This whole week has been pretty good, in fact. Bitcoin 254 million plus ETH only 6.57 million. XRP 1.22 and Sol barely eked out a plus 507,000, although the day before it was a $30 million inflow. But overall, yesterday was pretty good. But again, these numbers kind of flip-flop from day to day, week to week, based on geopolitical stuff and macro stuff, right? But overall, it's important to know that vast majority of Bitcoin and ETH and all these others that are in these ETFs are staying in there. Even though we do tend to have, outflow days, overall, the mass majority is still within. That's important. All right. What else? This is also very important. For long-term holders, you know this. For short-term holders, maybe some of you guys are new. You bought at a top. You're not feeling good. You feel like everything's gone to hell. Okay? This is something you need to hear. The probability of loss per holding period. That's an interesting way to look at it or say that. But, okay, if you've been holding for a day, you have 47% chance you could be holding a lot at a unrealized loss after a day. After holding a week, your chance drops down to 44.7%. After a month, 43.2%. But what about 3 months and a quarter? Now your chances of holding a loss goes down to 37%. Still high, over a third. But what about if you hold a year? Now your chance of a loss have dropped to 24%. And here's the kicker. If you hold for 3 years, your chance of a loss is 0.7%. 5 years is 0.2%. This is how it works with Bitcoin. Short term, you could have downturns, you could have corrections, you could have sell-offs. Long term, everyone wins. This is why Bitcoin is so strong. It was built differently, and why so many are adopting, especially the big money, the institutions, why they're coming in. Because they realize this. They finally figured it out. They're the ones that were the naysayers, the bears, and after so long, they're like, man, we made a mistake. We need to go in, and that's exactly what they're doing. So when it comes to Bitcoin, long-term investment, long-term wins. Short-term, you can still win short-term when we're recovering. Obviously, if you're buying now and we jump back up to 126,000, you're winning. You don't have to wait 3 years, right? But during certain times, we do have these falls. But it's important to remember long-term holding wins. Bank of America, Fidelity, Morgan Stanley endorses 1 to 5% Bitcoin stakes. This is what I'm talking about. They're telling their wealth clients to do this. They're all individually now into Bitcoin or some kind of crypto service. They understand now, and they know their clients understand. Bitcoin belongs in every portfolio. Maybe not as much as some of us, but at least a 1 to 5% stake, which can carry your portfolio in a big way over the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Good stuff. Good stuff. What else? What else? You got Mara. Just added another 572 Bitcoin. Now they hold 53,000. They're the second biggest holder of Bitcoin in terms of publicly traded companies, but they're doing something different. They just announced that they will leverage their Bitcoin holdings for financial flexibility as the firm pivots beyond pure play mining. So they don't want to just be a miner anymore. They want to use their vast holding for something else. I don't know. This is what people's been waiting for from strategy. They hold 700,000 plus Bitcoin. You figure you could do something with that, right? But they haven't announced anything. But it seems like Mara may be the first. And I don't know what that means. They haven't said it. Like, what are they going to do with their Bitcoin holding? Are they going to lend it out? I don't quite know. But they do have a huge pile, a vast pile of Bitcoin that they could leverage, right? That is true. So we'll see. We'll see. But in the meantime, they continue to load up. And they have a ton of Bitcoin. What else? Amundi Asset Management, a $2 trillion financial giant, just disclosed they bought $500 million of Bitcoin via MicroStrategy. I think that what it means is they're just holding MicroStrategy shares. Okay. Again, You hear about this every single day. A new company, a new asset company, asset management company, or a new fund, or a sovereign fund, or whatever, buying or disclosing that they have bought Bitcoin or strategy or some sort of Bitcoin ETF. Things are getting better, although the price doesn't indicate it, but the fundamentals of Bitcoin have gotten stronger each and every cycle, including this one, and arguably probably the strongest it's ever been in this cycle. You got this Venati, I think that's how you say it, the Spanish coffee company that continues to do DCA. They only have 205, which is small compared to Mara or Strategy, but 205 Bitcoin is no joke, and they just keep DCAing. Just DCAing a little bit at a time. That's how you do it. That's how you build up. That's how Metaplanet started too. They used to buy like less than 1 Bitcoin sometimes, 2, 1, and then it started going up to 5, 10, and now they go into the hundreds and thousands too. It all starts somewhere. Start somewhere. All right, last few things. Number of wallets with 100 plus Bitcoin is skyrocketing, right? You could see, despite the price going down, the wallets holding at least 100 Bitcoin continues to go up. Why is that? You got a lot of people DCing, a lot of people accumulating. And it could be these companies jumping in, it could be funds jumping in, whoever. But it goes to show you there are a lot of people that are loading up behind the scenes. They believe and they know we will recover. And Bitcoin is worth holding on long term. We get a lot of data that shows this. A lot. In terms of short-term charts, this is one of them to pay attention to. We may be in that phase where we're just kind of going sideways. And then we flip upwards. And when does this happen? Towards the bottom. Bottoms of crypto winter. This last happened in 2022, 2023. Where, we were there for months. Months and upon months. And then we finally started recovering and we broke out, and then we finally confirmed that, that 15,000 was our bottom. Right? Well, right now we're in that phase. We did briefly hit 60,000. We were at 62,000 the other day, right? But we are holding. We're not going any lower. So it could be that we do this sideways dance for a little bit longer, and then we recover just like always. We'll see. Looks very similar. Very, very similar. What else? Yeah, this is something else. Looks like, it just looks like the bottom. It looks like the bottom. All these bottoms of crypto winter. From top to bottom, roughly 14 months. And guess what? That's where we are. All right. Outside of that, I saw this. Grant Cardone plans on tokenizing their $5 billion worth of real estate. Good for Grant. He's getting in Bitcoin and crypto a little bit later. His brother Gary has been in much longer, but never too late. Getting a lot of attention, stealing the spotlight. Good for him. And then I saw this. Aptos. I don't hear a lot of people ask about Aptos these days, but they are layer 2. They're planning on revitalizing the whole chain. New economics, lower staking awards, decreasing inflation, having a supply cap, and introducing buyback mechanisms. So they want to change. And a lot of tokens when they came out, they didn't think about all this. Um, they have no cap. They have insane inflation to give out for stakers, and you know it works fine during bull runs, but in crypto winters, that's where you get crushed. So we'll see. It is not voted in yet, so they're just proposing that. All right, going back, U.S. market is looking pretty bleak today. Minus 800 for Dow. That's not looking good. Nasdaq recovered slightly, minus 230. That's not really good. Bitcoin is stuck at 65.8 ish, and silver is going up. Silver and gold are the only things going up today. Silver at 92. They haven't been at 92 for a while. And gold is back to 52. All right, let's do some Q&A. Thank you for that, JL Molly. That is right. We do have an amateur tournament today for Clash. Those of you guys that do play Clash Royale, join in, watch, and you can play also. But it is for the amateurs, people that are under 10,000 trophies. How much do you think the market cares about this Iran thing? I think they care a lot. I think they care a lot. This is not going to be, if there's military action, it's going to be a lot more complicated than Venezuela, for sure. And we've been talking about that for a while. For the last couple weeks before, when the tensions were high, markets were already uneasy, right? I think CNBC right now is blaming all this due to the inflation data. I don't really think this is due to the inflation data at all. I think it's due to the tensions in the Middle East right now, especially now that China gave its warning too. Telcon, the first ever U.S. digital asset bank. When are you going to cover this? I just did. Okay, great. They already got their banking charter years ago, so I don't even know why you're mentioning it now. Bill Clinton testimony will rock the boat. I don't know about that. I don't know. Both him and Hillary are testifying. I don't know what they will say. We can't seem to catch a break since October. Well, that's just how it is sometimes. These are the opportunities that we're given, even though it may not seem like it, to buy Bitcoin and crypto at a discount. And every 4 years, you tend to see it. And this year, we're seeing it again. Although I do think we will come out way faster than previous winters that we had. Previous ones lasted 2 years. We're only 4 months in. We're not even 5 months yet. And it seems like we have found the bottom. So it's a lot shorter. We'll see. We'll see. Do you think we will move back up, or when we move back up, will it be gradually or parabolic? It won't be parabolic, but it will be faster, way faster than our down. So keep in mind, normally, I can't prove this, but it does seem like, and other people have noted, normally when you recover from bottoms, it's twice as fast as the journey. So if it took us 4 months to get back down, it could be just 2 months to get back up to the same level, right? There are some times where we do move very quickly. You know, for example, a couple days ago on Tuesday, we went from 62 all the way to 70,000 in a couple days, right? Like something like that can happen. But for us to get back to 126, it's going to take a while, but it should be twice as fast as our downwards journey. Last few days, chat was definitely a lot more fun to talk to today. A lot of people are turning bearish once again. Let's just focus on Clash Picks. Let's go to Clash Picks. What's going on with Clash Picks? There's a few other upgrades that are coming that's working, but I did want to remind you guys our volume championship starts in March, so that's coming up. That is what, Monday? No, Sunday. Starting right now, we already have a leaderboard, okay, which people win real Clash rewards. So even though you're using P Clash to make predictions, and it's given to everyone for free, and a lot of people really enjoy it, you can see this is the leaderboard. And even though you're using P Clash, you can win real Clash rewards. So this week is 3,772 Clash estimated just from this week, and there's still 2 days left. Okay. But in addition to that, we will be introducing Volume Championship starting in March, which we will give out 200,000 Clash per month to the top volume traders on Clash Picks. For Sol and for Clash. That's a lot. That's a lot of Clash and rewards given out. So that's going to start March. So we're getting ready for that. We got more events. TV stuff is coming. A lot of you guys watch Survivor. We're going to have Survivor on here. We're going to have a whole bunch of TV shows starting. A lot more sports. Golf is already on. NBA is already on. MLB, we're going to have racing, we're going to have March Madness, everything. But more and more is being put on. Stuff about crypto, obviously, world events, Clash, everything. So the platform is more and more complete, and we're still improving upon it. And this is the future of Clash. And more partnerships and marketing too. So all very important stuff. We have UFC. Danny ladies, we do have UFC. We got a lot of UFC. UFC 26. I know we just finished the Strickland one, but these are up already. We even got WWE for eliminations. The Elimination Chamber. People asked for wrestling. We got it. We got it. We got golf. We got hockey. Right? We got some baseball stuff. Spring training. It's up. It's up. And of course, all the NBA. NBA ones are really hot. Very hot every day. But now we got more sports on here. What do you want me to say? It is my project, and I'm leading it, but I'm going to be here for a long time. Long, long time. Does it have esports? We could add esports like League of Legends and Dota 2. I just don't think there's enough people on the platform that cares. So, but we could always add it. There will be someone that takes over. You don't really need anyone to take over. This is already complete. The tournaments could stop and it wouldn't affect Clash at all. This is already a very complete system. So, but everyone in crypto, it's the same thing. It's like, well, if I wasn't here, what about CRU? Right? Would CRU continue? Would people do videos? Probably not. But is there people in place that will continue? Yes. But, you know, I haven't thought about it that far. Why? No one thinks that they're going to go away or die the next day. So no one plans for that. So, you know, you live day to day. You do what you can, you build, and you continue. And when that day comes, then you prepare for it. Are there parlays? No. No, we're not trying to be a gambling platform. Parlay moves us towards that. But I have been thinking about ways to make it so that you can win bonuses if you get like a certain amount correct in a day or a week or something like that. Those stuff like that I am thinking about. But, you know, we're going to kick off Volume Championship first. It's a lot of Clash that we're giving out. So I think it's going to work really well. And then we'll layer in things. There's also a new feature called Forfeit that's going to be coming. I'm not going to share too much details on that, but that also is coming. Triple Crown is coming. We got a lot of things coming. This is why I've been saying I spend literally all day thinking about how to improve Clash picks and adding more features that people care about and want and are awesome. And we got a lot of features coming. Let's just put it that way. And this AI that I mentioned, we actually have an event for you guys to predict what is Clash AI. This is a fun little event if you wanted to take a guess or predict what it could be. We're right around 66. What's your stance on XRP? I don't really have a stance. They're going to survive. They will literally survive forever. They have so much money, so you know, they'll be fine. Ripple will be fine. They have RLUSD in addition to XRP. I don't really think they even care about XRP because they want all the institutions to use RLUSD. They're going to make fees from that, and they don't really need to issue XRP anymore. And they raised like $30 billion or something like that, or got a valuation of $30 billion. I forgot how much they raised. So they're going to be fine forever. Today it's just the U.S. market's bad. I missed a super chat from Crypto Rob. I appreciate that. Thank you. What other events would be good, guys? I rack my brain every day on new events. And even if you go on Polymarket and Call Sheet, there's not a whole lot of really good ones. I already think we have more events, more good events than some of these guys. But I don't know if there's anything that you guys could think of. I mean, esports, I know some people have mentioned esports. If it's really a big thing, we could add it, but I don't know how many people actually predict on esport outcomes. Someone mentioned to me like Pokemon stuff, but that's tough. That's really tough. Like right now, they added this hot topics thing. You have a lot on Iran, Pakistan, Israel. So obviously a lot of war stuff, which shouldn't be the case. You shouldn't be able to. We have this one too. What is the hot thing? It's just, yeah, whether he's going to be out as a supreme leader. Everything's around that. I don't even see the other volumes go up. They're all pretty much, see, this is the problem with Polymarket is they have user created events and you have a lot as this like repeats. And sometimes they don't even settle them on time. So we don't have that problem. Well, Pete Hegsteth ban Claude by March 31st. This is actually relating to what I was saying. Because the Pentagon and Department of Defense want to use Anthropic for whatever they want without any safeguards in place. I don't know how many people care about this, but this is something I guess we could also have. But there's not a whole lot of new things that I see on Polymarket or Call Sheet that we can add. But if you guys have any ideas, you let me know. Crypto plebs. Pokemon is a meta right now. Also a big fan. Thank you. I just don't know how you would create events around Pokemon. Like the Jake Paul auction was good. We missed that. That was one that we actually missed, which sucks. But outside of that, I don't know how else we could integrate Pokemon data into the platform. Like, I don't know what you would be predicting on. You know, that's the thing. If I could figure it out, then sure. I know Pokemon market is huge. But like, where do you go predict on new sets when they drop or how much they are? Or I don't know. I need more information. Yeah, it's all the same stuff. Like all the same stuff. Like who will Trump nominate a Fed chair? I mean, we already got the answer, right? Like I don't even know why this is up. This is so long term. 2028 election winner. I mean, this is so far out. We don't want to create events that are like 2 years out. Elections. We could do state. Democratic state. Texas Democratic Senate nominee. And then Republican Senate nominee. We just don't have enough users to make predictions like that. And just by the way, Call Sheet and Polymarket, their volume is super inflated because they actually pay market makers to make a lot of trades. I didn't know that, but they do. So not all the volume on here is legit. We don't do that. We don't need market makers. Card prices, yeah, but it has to be cards that people care about. It can't be just some random card, right? It has to be really popular cards or graded cards that are very rare, but then they can sort of be manipulated too if they're so rare, right? So that's the thing. The ClashPix have API, yeah, we have it. We're going to integrate with Perp Tools from Dex Tools, so that's coming up next month. It was supposed to be end of this month, but delayed a little bit, but we do. We're always looking for partners to integrate with. What about odds of Trump liberating Canada? I don't know if Canada or Canadians. I know you're Canadian, but outside of you, I don't know if the rest of the Canadians want to be liberated or become a 51st state. Josh, Joel is very, very into cards. Not Pokemon cards, but sports cards. Sports cards is hot too. It's just it's a small niche. Pokemon, I feel like it's a bigger niche, but still small. We need things that like mass majority of people care about. Unless we could actually get like, get a real small community to be very active. That could always be the thing, but I don't know how we would go about doing that. Canada would be another California. They could keep it. I don't really hear anyone say good things about Canada. I will say Canadians is the second biggest country in terms of our demographic for ClashPix. About 8% of our users are from Canada. And it's the same with this channel too. Canada is like the second largest. And then I forgot who's third. I think it's the UK. Canada got all the good hockey players, except they lost to the US in the Olympics. So now they don't even have that. They don't even have that bragging right that they have the best hockey players. Doesn't feel like a Bitcoin winter to me. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, yes, we're down, but we're only 4 months in, right? Crypto winter is just like a slow, drawn out decline every single day, every single month until like 2 years, until the next halving, and then you start coming back up. Doesn't seem like the case right now. They play dirty in the Olympics. I didn't watch it, but I'm assuming they have referees and everyone's watching, so they couldn't play that dirty. Or even if they did, it's part of the game, right? A lot of talk about Canada. I've been there a couple times. I visited Vancouver. I love Vancouver. I think Vancouver is a great city. I love the mountains right next to it. I've been to Toronto a couple times. I haven't been there for a while. But that's it. I haven't been to anywhere else. Where do you access the ClashPix API? You can't just get it. You can't just get it. You have to tell me or the team why you need it. and then we might let you have it. NBA predictions are definitely hot. A lot of Knicks Bucks right now. We got some hockey, Cavs Pistons. Even the Mayweather versus Pacquiao, people already made prediction on that. That's way down the line. I just finished Beast Games yesterday. I finally found out who won. I did not like who won. I wanted the other person to win. I don't feel like the person who won is deserving of it. He didn't play any strategies, nothing. He kind of just lucked into winning, which I actually hated. Oh, yes, look, new. We got a Survivor on here. Who will be eliminated on 3-4? I can't believe that Survivor's been going on for 50 years, and this is still one of the most popular shows. I stopped watching this maybe like 10 years ago. I used to be very addicted. Those of you guys that do watch, I used to love it when Russell Hands was still playing, and he was the ultimate villain. He never won, but he was devious, and that was like at least 10 years ago. But I can't believe that this is still a popular show right now, and Jeff Probst is so old looking now. But anyways, we got this up. Oh my God, it works now. We actually have more than 10 on here. Damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 20. We got 24 options. This is probably our largest option event. And I know a lot of spouses like to watch TV shows. That's what I've been told. There's another one too that's very popular that I never even heard of. What was the other popular show? The Tudors or something? Is it Tudors? Something season 4. I forgot what show, but there's another very popular show. Survivor is a good show. But you know, Mr. Beast is kind of like screwing things up because now his Beast Games gives out $5 million. And more than that, there's like side money and stuff. So he gave out more than 11 million in this last show. I mean, it's good and all, but it like ruins it because all these other game shows like Survivor are still giving out $1 million, which is still a lot, but like $1 million versus 11 million is a big difference. And they had a mashup episode this season too. So I don't know. I feel like there's more drama. There's more mental like toughness that's required for Survivor because you're always getting voted out and stuff like that. Beast Games, like he's still trying to figure it out. Season 2 was definitely better than Season 1. He's still trying to figure it out, but there's still not as much like backstabbing. Everyone's like, you know, too goody two shoes, and there's not too much physical stuff or mental stuff in Beast Games as there is in Survivor. I really want to see him make the contestants do more, especially since he's giving out so much more money. I mean, he's giving out insane amounts of money. What he usually does is just like self-sacrifice. That's something that you don't see other shows do, but he makes himself sacrifice by giving out $1 million. Like, obviously people are going to take that. I may have to start watching Survivor again just so I could just so I could keep up who is on the show. Bachelorette? Is that still a thing? Bachelorette or Bachelor? Do they not have any new ideas for good shows anymore? Okay, we're coming back a little bit. A little bit here. So that's good. Did you watch A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms? Is that the prequel to Game of Thrones? I can't watch anything that's a prequel of Game of Thrones anymore. Like I don't have the time to get invested in all the characters. The House of the Dragon show was very boring to me, and I stopped watching it. I never finished season 2. I have no interest in it. So, you know, sometimes they just need to stop. Okay? If you have such a good show, you don't need to make a prequel. You don't need to make a sequel, especially one that no one will care about. I just feel like everyone's running out of ideas. No one like could come up with the original idea anymore. Everything's a sequel or a prequel. I don't know. If I get super bored, I may watch it, but these days I'm either playing Clash Royale or I'm thinking about Clash picks, so I don't really have time for anything else. David is asking, I want to clear something up about staking crypto. What is the elementary explanation how staking works? They're it's just asking you to hold, basically. So most chains have inflationary aspects to them. So the token supply increases X amount per year. And why does it do that? They reward people that are staking. Staking supposedly is asking people to hold, but also securing the network. You could create nodes, like staking nodes, or you could stake in a pool or whatever, but it's also a way to like secure the network. But you're basically getting rewarded what the inflation rate is, and that's why a lot of chains without a set cap and set inflation, they struggle during crypto winters because everyone just keeps selling off what they earn, and it's just a never-ending, sell pressure. Knight of a Seven Kingdom is so good, you won't be disappointed. Oh my god. Too many people now said it. Now I have to think about it. I don't think I'm still going to get into it, but there are no TV shows. There's none that I look forward to now. Every single show that I watch has ended. Yeah, I don't even know if there's any shows I actually watch anymore. Like everything. The last one I really enjoyed was Landman. That's over. That's not gonna be out for another couple years. Um, Maybe Tulsa King, but that's at least another year. Most of the shows I watch are on Paramount. And by the way, Paramount is go buying Warner Brothers now. Netflix pulled out, so So Paramount is going to be buying Warner Brothers Discovery. The Monarch or whatever is coming out the new season. I have no idea what that is, but if people do like it, a lot of people like it, we will create events around it. Let's see how the Survival one goes and the other one. I don't know if it's called Sudors or whatever. Some season 4 that's supposed to be really hot. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Paramount Plus's shows are really good. I'll say that. I still think that some of their Star Trek stuff was really good. Picard season 3 was awesome. I don't think they're going to do season 4 because Picard is just way too old. What else was on Paramount Plus that was good? There was something else on there that was good, but I don't remember anymore. You're crushing my stream length predictions. I'm sorry. Today's Friday. Did you know there's a betting site that allows you to bet on or predict on how many cars will cross a traffic cam? It's insane. And there's people that are doing that. I guess you can like bet on a specific time period, like how many cars it go cross, and then win money that way. It's crazy what people do. That's not from a prediction market, but you could argue that anything where you could study and learn patterns from, that's more skill based than randomness. All right, guys, that is it. Overall, today we got some bad wholesale inflation numbers. We got Iran still a thing, still people worried. So these are things that are holding us back right now. But you know what? Bitcoin is strong. It's not going anywhere. So stay strong, my friends. We have a tournament tonight. So if you want to watch it or participate, go to our website. GeorgePlaysClashRoyale.com. It's in the description. But outside of that, go to Clash Picks, make some free predictions, enjoy yourselves, and I will see you guys later. All right? Have a good one, guys. Take care.